How's it going, my people? It is Dopey Joe here. Yeah, I've started. Guys, welcome back to another video. Today we've got the gang, but we're not a gang affiliated at all. But we've got everyone here. We've got with us. We've got MONODASH. We've got Snoopy Jones, and we've got the Snoopy Man. And we are doing a lovely podcast today. These guys are going to ask questions. Let's go. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for God's sake. No, that's mad.
Wait, that's a real picture. That's a real picture.
That's mad.
Wait, what? Where?
No way. No, that's messed up. That's messed up.
That is Dopey Joe.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
That's actually Dopey Joe.
Like, how did you even get that?
Bro, what the
He
hell?
like, hacked his phone to get
Like,
that
Joe, when did you do that? I don't remember you doing that.
No, I ain't ever done that. I ain't ever.
Wait.
That's cultural appropriation.
No! Blame Rick!
How have you guys never seen Indian Dopey Joe before?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
On that side of the internet.
It's too sacred.
Wait, do you guys remember that?
We're not going to talk about how I have Dopey Joe Indian.
Have you got me? Oh my God! Fuck! No way!
I have no social credit.
Guys, Google AI. It doesn't. Oh, I thought it would know who Dopey Joe is, but it doesn't.
Nah.
It knows the song by
Doing Dopey Joe dirty.
Lemon Slam from 1938.
That's
But
mad.
Oh, Dopey Joe, you should check if you're an Akinator. Check if it knows who you are.
I've actually tried. I have actually tried.
Hold up.
I have actually tried. Yeah, try.
Join the podcast, I'm doing it. Hold
Yo,
up.
if you want to,
Alright,
share screen
then.
or some shit.
Characters. Alright, I'll screen share and y'all can watch. Shit, I've screen shared the wrong app.
Straight into the Pornhub.
Yes.
Straight to Pornhub.
Guys, does Dopey Joe exist? I need someone to come verify. Alright, apparently Dopey Joe exists. I didn't know that.
No,
I
I'm
don't
not.
think so.
I'm not.
Dopey isn't American, we figured that.
No, the timing is mad on that.
Yeah.
The timing is mad on that. The timing is mad on that.
Insane.
I think Dopey Joe's alter ego might be Akinator.
Oh.
It's actually... no, because he's already got an alter ego.
Josephine, isn't it?
Josephine. Yo, Josephine.
Josephine.
Is your character Indian? No. I don't think so.
No, I am not over 27.
Masterpiece.
Why 27? What is that about? Like, why 27? It's about the 27 Club or something.
I think we missed it by a decade, though.
Eminem
Yeah,
tracker,
fair
Jesus.
enough,
Is your character a sportsman?
What
No.
I'm just on YouTube.
Oh. Whips out frickin' Sophie Rain kind of stuff. Fucking hell.
What the hell? Why are you looking at Sophie Rain kind of stuff?
I am on YouTube. That's what I've got open.
No, we're not hating, bro. We're not hating.
No, legit, I've only got Akinator, YouTube, and Google open.
That's mad.
GG.
Yeah, I'm cool with
Guys,
that.
I've got really terrible
Yes, I am
news.
British.
There's a green tab at the top.
Yeah. So Dopey Joe, what is your favourite song that you have made?
What's my favourite
Yeah,
song?
what's your favourite?
My favourite song that I have made. My favourite song is that I've made. Ooh, I'm a massive. Look, I'm a massive fan of underrated. I'm a massive fan of underrated.
Snoopy J. Oh no, that. Oh,
it's just us three now.
the
Fuck.
two Manchester blokes left. Right, it's just the three.
It's just the three of us.
Just the three of us. Okay, just the four of us.
Okay.
We
Wait,
can
I'm gonna
make
check
it
if
if
my-
we try.
Wait. No, I'm gonna check if my food's done.
I'm
and
being
then,
pressed,
you know,
bro.
I'm gonna check if my. Join back.
Alright,
Yeah.
have fun.
Okay. Your question. Let's just for podcast reference stuff.
Oh, Dopey Joe, can you move the mic like slightly closer to your
I can move.
mouth?
Yeah. Is this good enough?
I have no idea.
Yeah. You guys playing Minecraft?
Yeah, we are. Wait, should I stream our Minecraft gameplay so you can like?
Yeah.
I'm currently building a house.
He's not actually. He's currently.
Well, no. Wait. Let's sleep.
Okay.
No.
Is that? What the fuck are you?
Oh, you did the thing.
Bro,
So
you gotta.
That's his base over there.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna build something there. And I'm just removing all the dirt, so I've got a huge flat surface.
Sure.
That's you already done. Except I've like made a whole new, fucking, cliff.
You made a whole new cliff.
Cave thing. Well, yeah.
I have no idea what I'm gonna put there. That's just like ideas.
Why is there a massive penis there?
No, that was him. He was being.
Oh, my finger slipped.
Your finger slipped.
Being dirt all over the place, like a homeless person.
Oh God.
Hey. Yeah.
Well, I like this thing you did. That looks pretty nice. And then. Oh, you did your potato farm finally. Cool. Oh yeah, this is where I'm gonna get all my wood from. It's really nice.
What are you checking out? You checking out my base?
No.
Yeah, this is where I'm gonna get. But
Oh, you're going to my little quarry, my dirt quarry.
Is that where you've been mining dirt?
Yeah, these are all the tunnels. I'm just.
Oh my
dirt
God.
out, I'm trying to pin like a. Yeah.
Oh, what is
Reggae's
this? Oh, and you were leaving floating trees too. This man.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a quarry, bro.
Why are you leaving floating trees? Oh my God.
That point.
This man, he just took 1 block from this tree.
1 block.
Just
One block, bro.
Float the tree.
One block.
Yes.
Float the tree.
Or just kill it. Yes, thank you.
Yo.
Jesus.
Are we gonna basically
How
wait
does
for the? Are we waiting for the others to come back so we can do the we can ask questions and stuff?
Honestly, I think it should be just the 3 of us. Like, those
Yeah?
guys gap too much.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should make like a Discord group, just the 3 of us, and it could be like the Dopey cast.
The Dopey
dope
cast.
cast.
The dope cast.
Or like, no, like the Dopey Joe Show, the actual Dopey Joe Show.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like your 2 songs. Why do you have 2 songs called Dopey Joe Show?
I actually because okay, there's a question. There's a question, guys. There's a question. Why do I have 2 songs named The Dopey Joe Show? I was actually at this point. So my first one that I did was crap. Firstly, can we just say it was crap? And I will take chat. Like everyone can agree on it. It wasn't great, but
Yeah.
I kind of created the song, and I was like, I've always wanted a song called The Dopey Joe Show, and I've been trying to get a song, and this was at the early stages of, me starting my rapping, and I kind of wanted my album to develop in some ways over the years, and I guess it was so early on that I just kind of went for it, and I was like, fuck it.
You wanted to redo it.
Yeah, I wanted to redo it, basically, but
You'd like grown as a
Go back to
person since
origins.
then.
Yeah.
I started growing as a creator now,
Yeah, because
and
now
rapper.
you're like massive. Like, I see you everywhere. I just heard some people talking about you at school. It was so weird. I didn't
What?
know you were that famous.
Really?
Yeah, this guy called Zach. He was talking about you with some other friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was
Wait,
that's
Zach?
I
Yeah,
went to
I know
school with
Zach.
MONODASH.
Zach's on my Discord, on my Snap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he lives in.
Lazarus.
Oh no.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, I've got him on Snap.
Yeah, he was talking about you at school. That was really
It's
cool.
pretty crazy.
I
It
was
was like a cross-media convergence type shit.
yeah, I had no idea people knew about you that much.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Really
That
cool
is.
to see you represented in the media.
Yeah, it's I honestly, I'm so like thankful for everyone
Famous.
who has like subscribed and actually knows of me in some ways, because I guess it all stems from where it started was where I started into rapping, and this is gonna get real podcasty now. It started with
That's how you know you're on a podcast.
Yep. It started with me writing poems. I used to write poems a lot in class, and I had a teacher. I had a teacher in preach, and I had a teacher in English. My English teacher for year 7, 8, and 9, and her name was Miss Brennan. Shout out Miss Brennan. Absolutely.
Yo, shout out Miss Benham in the chat.
Shout out. She actually loved playing games like Cyberpunk and stuff, which is crazy. She used to tell us she was my favorite teacher
really
and stuff. And she made me get into poetry and stuff, and I really enjoyed it. And I was doing really well, and she even had me to go to like the head of my school and go into her office and read the poems that I was doing. And I got a tiny little award from my school, and it was lovely. And I thought to myself, well, I'm pretty good at this if people are really loving my poems and stuff. So, and poems are basically rap, because word rap is rhythm and poetry. That's
Real.
yeah.
Real.
Real. And I decided I'd continue it on for the next couple of years until I met Special J, or Jonas as we know him, and we were messing around at his house. You know, we were just doing stuff. You know, we were going out to the park and stuff. We're sitting in his bedroom, just, you know, talking about life and fuck all as well. And you know what, I said to him, maybe we should get into music and stuff. And he was like, yo, Jonas is pretty chill for what he is when he's talking to me. He was like, yo, that sounds like a good idea, bro. Sounds like a good idea. Let's make that happen.
I always wanted to ask, where is Jonas from?
Jonas is from Texas. He was born in Texas. Yeah, he's a real Lone Ranger if you're talking to me. You know what I mean? He's like a real Lone Lone Ranger. He'd be wearing that cap and those boots, and he'd be going, yeah! Okay.
That is really cool.
And
the tour here is he's from France, but he's also 1% Japanese, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, 1% Japanese, yeah. And but he moved to Switzerland, and before coming to England, and he lived in Switzerland for a long time and stuff. I don't even know if he wants me to tell this story about him, but you know, I think it's not really anything bad. But he then moved to...
You can ask him and then we'll edit it out.
Yeah, well, I'll ask him and edit it out if it's not. But,
yeah.
I met him at my college that I'm at now, and that day, I think, was the best day that happened. That's when I created the song, Organized Chaos. And I've still got the lyrics, like the original lyrics from it. Like, I've got the original book that I wrote in and stuff, and I use it still.
Oh, wow.
And stuff. And I've
like
even got his fucking signature in it. I got his signature in it and stuff.
Whose signature?
Really, really
Jonas's Special J signature and stuff.
Nice.
So we signed it and
That is
everything.
one for the books.
And yeah, and I kept this ever since, and this is probably the most this book is the start of Dopey Joe in this case. You know, this book caused me to write songs such as let me have a look. Caused me to write such songs like
Is that book
Organised
what
Chaos.
inspired the I write my thoughts in a list line?
Yes.
Oh, send them to a therapist.
Yes.
Right.
My goodness, you guys are catching
That
on to
shit
this.
was hard.
You know, my song,
We know all your songs.
Prepare for Carnage.
We do.
Of course.
Yeah. That song is written in here. And I've got like
That
multiple.
song with the lunch line, right?
Yeah, that's the one with the lunch line.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that.
Got it.
But in this book, which I have in my hand, if you can hear, it has like altered versions that I never release, like lines that I can't release.
Ooh.
Like there are bars in here
Yo.
that maybe too much, and
They're too good for the world to see.
yeah.
I
So
see.
You can
And-
reveal them when you if you like get a documentary called like Dopey Joe: The Story Behind.
yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. So this is the thing that I think I most treasure out of everything, and I think if you know people ask you the kind of question, oh, what if your house was burning down, what would be the last thing you'd take? I'd probably say this book. Because it is almost my history of being Dopey Joe. I have...
Yeah, we can tell it means so much to you.
Because it means so much to me. So, you know, if anyone was going to, like, rob me of what I want, like, of what they want, if they wanted to rob me, the only thing that would cause me to, like, be stressed out is if they robbed my rap book that I've got. If they take those, you take away me. This is my personality written in a book, basically. This is my mind written in a book. That's why I think music is therapy, because if you write down your thoughts and stuff and you're putting it into music, you can always go back to them and you can start reflecting on them. Because there are days where I reflect on my own book. I go through my rap book and I'll look at the old raps that I did, and I'll flick through pages and I'll try and understand what was meant by it, and I would actually get more of a psychological, like, thinking to my raps and the previous raps, and maybe what was going on during that time of me writing that you know, song. So yeah, that's...
Yo, that is really interesting. Yeah, you get to, like, rediscover your spark and, like, what made you do music, and like go back to your origins, and really find your creative, like, spirit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right.
because I think some... This is my opinion, and others can have a different opinion, but I think that with all this industry and music and stuff, and all these record labels, everyone's trying to aim for a record label, right? They want to be great, big and stuff. I think the independent artists that make themselves big have the most freedom of speech that they can get, because they're not limited by, you know, financial things and people not... Because you're not constrained by others to what you want to say. And I think if I was ever going to be a famous rapper, I would never really go into a record label, just because I want to keep my music to myself and of some sort, and make it about me, and not try and aim for targets in music industry such as, like, you know, streams online and making money and trying to gain a goal. So I think this is my best advice for people who ever go into music. Do not go immediately into a music industry or of, like, you know, of record label, because some of them really do take away your music from you. And I don't know if it's true, but I heard I heard a story that Coldplay was being so constrained by their record label, but they didn't want to make music anymore, but they were forced to because they had a contract to deal, and if you're not allowed to break that contract, and so they're making music, and you see in some of their music videos they really don't want to be there, and they basically force you to do stuff you don't want to do. You can say your opinion, but at the end of the day, they're making money and they have control over what you do and what you say. And I think artists such as Ren, who is very more independently made. Now, Ren is, if you know Ren. You know, you know him or you don't know him. And he's a kind of artist, he's a rapper, and he's independent, and he makes his own music, and he has so much emotion and gravitas to his songs because he has got no one limiting him on what he can and can't say. He'll get political and it won't affect him massively and people around him because it's his opinion and people can agree or disagree with it. So that's my opinion on the whole music industry. So yeah.
Yeah.
Any more
Yeah,
questions?
I understand how locking yourself into a contract, especially early in your career, could really you could definitely suffer from even though you have more resources, you probably get a budget every month or something to record and create. You still have deadlines. You have really stressful things to work around. Maybe there's events that you have you're forced to go to.
Yeah, and another thing is family and stuff. And I'm someone who's a massive family person. I don't want to sound like sound like I'm all depressing and stuff, but I don't really have a massive family. I don't have someone who kind of I don't really have someone who kind of I can look up to in my household so much, because I'm quite limited to who I can talk to, and this is why I went onto YouTube, and this is why I do live streams as well, is because I find a community I can build myself, not be given a community automatically by some record label, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm able to allow to build my presence online how I want to and not be limited, and record labels take you away from such privileges like family, you have to go on tour, and if you don't, you can't do anything about it, you have to go on tour, we need this money and stuff, and you have to go away from your family, and that is horrible. I think that is disgusting. And I want to be able to call my fans family of some sort, because I don't have anyone at home I can really look up to and go to. It's not because I'm being treated badly at all. I'm being treated nicely here. It's very good. But at the end of the day, I'd rather have a lot of people I can go to and talk to, and I want to build a family of some sort, even that without any sex, So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we weren't assuming that.
Yeah. I just wanted to put that in just because. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think it's also important to see the other perspective. Some people really need a contract because you are in a lucky position where you can spend time recording stuff and perfecting your craft, but that's not true for everyone. So
no,
some artists would have never gotten anywhere without having a label to
they might not have
support them.
And I
they
think
might have to keep a job. They need to pay the rent and shit.
Yeah, and this is my future plans. I'm gonna tell them. So I've been accepted into a theatre company in Belsize Park, if you know it. Where that is, and it's they're linked to like the Royal Shakespeare Company. They're linked to all these great places. Now I can't say that I've, for legal reasons, that I've actually signed a contract. I'm not allowed to say to people and put it in my resume and stuff that I've been to this place, but I am going to it, and this is that I can say is what I hope to get from it is a nice source of income that I could get jobs. It gives me a free agent and stuff and whatnot, and I think I'd be able, because I've done acting all my life, before rap and music and stuff, and I think I have, and I'm most people aren't privileged in this world, and I think I am so privileged, and I know how much people would want the things that I have, and all I can say is just do what you want to do and go and strive for it. And I've got this offer to go to this theatre company and work with them for 2-3 years, and I'm hopefully going to be able to gain some money from it just with jobs and have an agent, but also be able to build a friendship with people, build an understanding of the world, and it's somewhere where I'm allowed to be myself and be able to express myself in my theatrical ways. And I'm going to go on a bit later about skits and all my skits that I do, but I think with all my music and stuff that I do, yes, I'm not going to be able to have a full-time income, and yes, I'm doing YouTube, and that can help, but I don't have the capacity to get money off YouTube yet, because if you haven't seen my watch hours is so low. It is so low on my watch hours on my channel, and it's annoying.
You need 400, like.
I've only got like.
What are you talking about? Watch hours? You need 4,000 to get monetized.
Yeah, I think I've only got 200.
Oh wow.
And so maybe lower.
I'm gonna dip for like 20 minutes, by the way, guys, to get some food.
Okay, by all means.
Alright.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I would. Yeah.
Nah, you can.
No. What do you want?
Yeah. Right, keep going, Joe. It's fine.
Okay, I'll keep going. Okay. So furthermore, my skits is where I shine with my drama stuff, and like, because drama and acting and voice acting, it's like acting but without a camera in front of you or someone actually watching you do something, and I find it way easier to do that. Yes, some people find it difficult, but I think in my music I strive to add the skits as well. I want to have skits in my songs and stuff, because it creates an atmosphere, and I think this is something that I would say I'm different with some artists. I try and get that when others want to learn about delivery and how they pronounce their words to create that story, my delivery also stems in with my skits, creating that story behind it, so you're immersed into my world. And I think that's where I want to work on with my songs and my albums that I have got planned, and create an atmosphere for my listeners, so they can understand of what it's like to be in my head and escape from their own reality and join mine just for a moment, just for a minute, for a couple of minutes. Each song is like 3-4 minutes, and escape from reality just like that, and then understand what it's like to be me and I'm trying to aim that in a new album idea that I've got going. Whether that's gonna happen, I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah. I see how you're trying to like show your creative talent, show that you don't only make songs, you make like experiences. You try to like you're making like immersive kind of stuff. You're making a bunch of different, like, you're trying everything. You're showing that you have like a creative spirit, and you want to connect with people. You want to show them who you are, and that you make stuff. You're a creator. You're an inventor.
Yeah, and totally.
And it shows in your music. It shows that you want to like express your feelings, like, and express your story. Like how you've like made this persona you've created, this like this person that you interact through with the internet and social media.
Yeah, and I think
it all creates a story.
Yeah, it definitely creates a story, and I think, you know, we can there's something, I don't know what it's called now, but it's like NPC music and things that people just listen in the background kind of music, and you don't really focus about what's going on. And I think I really want to stem away from that, because there is a massive rise in it, especially with like people just being, don't want to hate on people, but people are being more lazy nowadays with music. They haven't, they're not like, you know, AI's now grown, people are now using AI and stuff in like actual music, like big songs, and they're trying to experiment. And look, that's great, but experimenting with something that's not going to actually change you're going to read your mind and able to say what you're truly feeling is massive. And I think artists nowadays should be kind of thinking to themselves, and I want artists to be thinking to themselves, is this me? Is this about me? Or am I just creating something so I can please the fans? You know, I want to look. I can create songs personally myself that please the fans. I can do songs like Blair every day. I can do it. I can make hundreds of songs like that, and that's there to please the fans. You know, I can create brain rot type songs because that's what people want to hear. But is it me? No. What I want you guys to do is experience a different thing, because if everyone is doing one thing and creating songs that are just background music, like, or has such a basic, and it's very popular in pop music, is, you know, have loads of choruses so it's catchy and everyone remembers it, and so it sticks onto the charts. I want something that you're actually going to remember by the meaning of what I am saying, and it being different, because we can all remember pop songs. You know, I could probably list you Taylor Swift's some of Taylor Swift's songs. You know, Shake That and whatever the fuck it is. And I think I want to be able to create songs that are so different that you haven't ever heard them before. You have never heard such things being said in your life, that you understand that actually this is really the reality of me and normal people. Because some people, you know, I'm talking to you guys, or I talk to my fans, we've all got a mindset that's not like a love song, if that makes sense. You know, I don't have... My life isn't like a love song, you know, or a pop song. It's not bouncy, catchy and stuff. We've got all those ups and downs in our life, and that's what I want to show in my music. And I think pop culture and pop artists, and not just pop artists, but any kind of musician nowadays, they're sticking to a structure that gets them views, builds their thing, but sounds the same, you know. I can't tell
totally agree with
you know, there's
Wait. So,
yeah.
so I liked how you said like I don't not the words exactly, but you basically said kind of like how you want to make your songs like something a part of like your life, if that's correct.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely
And
do.
I like how you said that because it reminds me of Eminem. Let's say like
Yeah.
Mockingbird, he like
Yeah.
explained like the past of his life and stuff, and I think that's a good way to like
Yeah.
adapt your life into your music. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, and this is why this is why I have Rick and this whole persona of Rick and stuff and whatever and my alter ego and stuff is because he allows the reason why I have him around. And yes, I suffer with psychosis phases and stuff, and I hear stuff and I see stuff that isn't there, and unless I'm on like my medication, which I have, and it's bad.
That's why you only have ADHD.
Yeah, and because
Got ADHD.
yeah, and you know,
but ADHD doesn't like make
No.
you hear shit.
no, and what the thing is, the medication when I'm off it, I've now been. It's almost I've been so glued to the medication, my body, that it's like, you know, if you take a heroin addict off his heroin, he goes mad in some ways because he hasn't got something and the body isn't stimulating that, and that's where I get these phases because the body can't cope with it not having my medication now, but it's creating stuff that isn't there, and it's creating stuff for a defensive mechanism and of some sort of a failed mechanism. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying Rick is my full-on psychosis. I created a character out of it when I hear stuff that isn't there and when I get ill and stuff. And Rick is there to tell us the truth about my mind in some ways. Like, he is actually the most truthful thing that you can think about. Yes, look, he creates songs about murder and that dark stuff, but that's sometimes what goes through my mind. And I'm not saying I'm a murderer, guys. I'm not a murderer. I do not murder people, but I think creating something that only people would think about, because some people, I've heard talk about, different ways in murdering someone or killing someone or doing something horrible to someone. And, I'm putting it out there so people can relate to it, because at the end of the day, we have all been like taken by social media and all this bollocks that's going on, in the world. But actually, I've kind of gone and created a persona where I'm able for people to escape and join my mind, and whether you believe it or not, that's fine, and whether you enjoy it, that's up to you. But it has a persona of me in it, and I think it's something that it's the fault that I can go say whatever I want, what I want to say, what comes into my mind. And this is where people would start saying, oh, but you're just like Slim Shady kind of stuff, he says whatever the fuck he wants and stuff. And I get that, and you know what, I would say there's inspiration has been taken, and there's loads of artists who are working with it. And I think, though, allowing something able to distract myself, my own self, Dopey Joe, from myself, in order to say what I want to say, it helps me say that in some ways, because I personally would be more scared to say whatever I say in real life in front of someone. So I say it in my music, and I say how my opinions on political stuff, but I don't actually ever get political in my music, which I might edge towards one day, hope. But I think we've got to understand that everyone is different, and music is my personal therapy, and I am just expressing what goes through my mind. If I do not like something, I am saying that, I am saying I don't like this, that, and other. And I think we need to just let people have the voice, because yes, there's things, if you don't like something that I say, I'm not here targeting you as a person. Like, I'm not going after you. I'm actually, you shouldn't take sometimes my stuff seriously. It is my mind, and I'm going to be real here, and you can joke around, but at the end of the day, we've all been racist once in our lifetime. We can't say whether it's very badly racist or just a tad racist. It's still racism. But I'm kind of that person who is. You shouldn't, but we don't take that seriously when we're talking to a friend, and we've been a little bit offensive to someone. We don't go and take that so seriously, because they're our friend. And this is what I think our world should be like a bit more. But, unless someone is actually going after you, like actually going to come and kill you, or actually spread as much hate as possible to you, then you should literally let it go at this point, because at the end of the day, I'm not here actually hating on you. I think everyone's amazing, and we found this in my live stream where it was like homophobic stuff. I had my live stream and there was loads of homophobic stuff, and it's because I think this is the main reason why I think people have got to understand that if I say something that is considered homophobic, and I'll repeat this, what I said in my live stream, you could be gay, and you could be bisexual, you could be transgender, you could be living next to me in the house next to me. But at the end of the day, I don't care less what you are. If you are happy, that's all that matters. If you are safe, happy in this world, that's all that matters. And if you are gay, I don't mind if you spread it around and you're proud about you being gay, or you being bisexual or transgender, or whatever you are, whatever you define yourself as. I think my music is somewhere where I will express stuff that people just don't want to say, but have always had it just in the back of their mind. And that's where Rick comes in. He's almost he's like the back of your mind, You keep something held on, and he lets it go, and he says it, and it's out there. And yes, it may cause backlash, but at the end of the day, have I gone actually to you and punched you in a rib or something?
I'm back.
I'm halfway through my speaking. Thank you very much, MONODASH. Don't worry. If you are gay, if you are bisexual, if you're doing any of it, we've got to spread love. And I think that my music is not here for you to start pointing fingers at and hating on people. It's there so it's most people in the back of their mind. It's something you don't want to say. You don't want to say it, but I am forcing myself to say it, because at the end of the day, we've got to face it. Someone's going to have to say the truth about what other people think.
The voice of the people.
I am voicing the people at this point, and I think that's where you've got to understand. I love what I do, and I love the people that I work around, you guys, and work around with anyone, and all my fans that I have, and building this massive connection is almost creating a family where we are all putting our minds together to create a community and share our opinions and build our identity of who we are through my music, and understand what we believe, you know. My channel is a place where you can talk about your opinions, and yes, you may have an opinion and that most people don't like, but at the end of the day, it has been said, and I thank you for saying it. And you know, even if it's bad and it's horrible, you know, it has shown me and the world who people really are. You know, if someone has said that, oh, I look gay, at least the people have now known that someone thinks I'm gay, you know. And if multiple people say it, that is the word of the people, and I'm just going to voice it out, and that's it. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I see that, man. I see that. Yeah, you always preach what people want to hear, you know, what people are scared to say, but you're just like, you're progressive, I could say. Like, you want to break down social norms, and yeah,
Absolutely.
No,
help the
I
people.
think honestly, like, I'm quite like surprised that you would admit something like that, like what you were talking about earlier. Like, it takes a lot of like confidence to like. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. I'm saying it takes a lot of confidence to admit something like you were talking about a man without heroin and him going like insane.
Yeah.
You know, about medication stuff. I feel like it takes a lot of guts to admit like that.
Yeah.
How like Rick is in the part, you know, of it at all.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel at times that I can't, because I've always wanted to be like famous through something, because I've always enjoyed like playing piano, and I'm gonna be getting like an organ
Yeah.
piano soon probably.
That's nice. Lovely.
I've always wondered like if like when I'm older, you know, like some kids or like adults that I used to know when I was younger, like bring up the stuff I did in the past, and it would just ruin everything or something, because you know
Yeah.
there's times in life where you're impulsive and you do things that like, you know, that you're not proud of, and
Yeah.
once you've done it, there's no turning back. Like, I regret things today that I wish I could just change, but you can't change it once you've
Yeah.
done it, and that's annoys. And you just sometimes you feel that shameful that you just can't like get out your head. Like, I think about things every night, like, you know, like what I've done in the past and stuff, and how
Yeah.
to progress. But like, I'm afraid, like, let's say if I become someone famous or something, like people would take screenshots of things I've said, or just like reported things I've said in the past
Yeah.
when I was little, some
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah.
ruin everything basically. That's one of my biggest fears.
I mean, at some point, that is just life, and you do get to, you understand it more, and you get used to it, and it's like, you know, you get, it gets less, you know, well, you start to control yourself and stuff,
Yeah.
and like, you build bonds with people, and you're not scared to like be vulnerable with them and tell them stuff, and you can trust them not to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going on that. I think you. How old are you? Just a question.
Me,
Yeah.
like 13.
13 exactly. So, mate, I'm telling you, I'm 18, and I didn't have the balls. You know, I didn't have the moxie at the age of 13, mate. I was shy away. I always kept to myself. I didn't really know how to talk back to people, you know. But I've created, you know, my whole rap around it and stuff, and I think you're gonna grow some moxie, mate. Moxie is basically the American term for balls, basically, when you're older, basically. You know, you're very young, and I think you're just gonna you gotta accept it. Yes, Dad? Supper's ready. Okay. Yeah, my supper's ready. But, guys, I'll just finish off what I was saying. And then we'll take a break if we want to continue it again. But, you know, we can finish the episode here. But I think you've got to grow you're gonna grow balls and stuff, and you're gonna start to, you shouldn't be worried about the things you have said to people or online and stuff if you don't mean it. If you know who you are, then that shows faith and confidence in yourself. If you know who you are and not who younger you was, who are you now? Do you actually still have your beliefs? Let's say, I'm not saying you are, but let's say you were being racist when you were younger, okay? And and you've maybe posted something as a joke, and now you're worried about it being out there. And I think, honestly, if you look back on it and you're sorry for what you've said and you don't mean it now, then, mate, they don't really have anything to do with it. Yes, they can almost say, "Oh, you're still a racist," but you can create a persona of what you're saying. You create a persona of what you're trying to say, and you've just got to show who you are at this point. You're put the things in the past and stuff and move on. He's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it still stands. Yeah, I completely agree with that. That is so true. And yeah.
Right, I'm gonna.
You still have to be careful with what you say, but
always be careful with what you say and stuff, because, and you see this in my music with my raps and stuff. There are things in my book that I can't say, but have come into my mind, and that is, I think, another thing of why what I've said, being scared about people, what you've said about people being scared about what you might have done previously and what you've said, and they'll bring it up in later life, and like I said, and just realising it now, that also, that maybe why this is the most precious thing to me is because I don't want some of the stuff that have come out, that are in this book, to go out to the public. And I'm not saying that I've said massive racist stuff, and I haven't said I'm down with bad people and stuff, but there are stuff that you'd start to question, and I think I think it's kind of holding on to my personality and wanting to keep my personality, and if you keep that, if you have some way of holding yourself physically, like this book that I have in my hand, if I'm holding it myself, then I am keeping myself safe, and I know that what's in here is locked away and safe for me, and I know that what I have said maybe has been bad in my book, but at the end of the day, I'm someone who, I want to bond with people, I want to make friendships. I am not someone who's looking out to cause harm at all. And I think so many people misconstrued people's, identity immediately. Because let's say you came onto my live stream and we were talking about, people were joking about gay stuff, being homophobic in chat. You start to question, he's a homophobic person, I don't want to follow him. But if you get to know me, you understand that what I am saying is there in defense of what other people think, and the book is there, my rap book is here, so I can write down what other people think and what the public think, and what has come into my head, because almost you guys also stimulate my music, you also help with my music. This is why I want to grow a community, in order to create a bigger picture for people and what goes on to my head, because we're doing all these live streams. I'm automatically, not even aware of it, automatically collecting stuff that has been being said in that live stream, and I'm taking the public opinion and public view and public voice, and I'm creating it in my songs. So it's so meaningful to them, that they understand it, and they come to a point where, yes, they are scared. And that's another thing about Rick. Rick isn't real, but they are scared of him because he is saying stuff that they didn't want, they don't want to say. But actually, some of the stuff that I say in my songs are because people have said it to me, or I've heard it in life. So that is that. So yeah.
Yeah, I see that completely. And yeah, I agree with what you say. Like, it's really good to have to take from your community and really give back by like making songs dedicated to them, or like.
Totally.
Yeah, listening to your community is really important as an artist, I think.
Yeah, because it's what you guys want, not it's I can like,
and like they made you, so
yeah,
it's a good way
you guys have made me, and I'm giving back with music, and I'm giving back with these podcasts, and I'm giving back with whatever, and I'm trying to build a good connection with everyone, creating this community where everyone can express who they are. And if you've got mental problems of some sort, mental health issues, or you've got problems in your family, in your life, or you've got actual health problems, mental, whatever they are, whatever your problems that may be, you're able to go to me, or you're able to go to people in my community and able to talk to someone about it, because there's always going to be someone there who is experienced something similar, who or can agree on you on something. You're never alone in my community, and that's what I'm trying to aim for. So yeah, that is going to be it for my for this podcast.
Yeah.
Did you see that transition? That was a sexy transition.
That was
great. Yeah, this will be.
Send me the VOD. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you the podcast. I'll send you the file. I don't know how I'm gonna send it, because this thing is Discord.
We can sort it out later. I'll DM you.
Yeah, DM me and stuff, and we'll sort it out. But yeah, that's it for this this podcast. We've had our guests, and MONODASH, and the others. The other Smoopies, and yeah. Hope you all like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe when you're watching this, and goodbye. There you go.
Bye.
Woo!
Alright. See ya, Evil Rick.
Right, I'll see you guys.
Bye, Rick.
Lots of love.